Aloha mai kākou. Today I want to share a mele that lives right at the edge of sea and heart. Uluwehi O Ke Kai, written by our beloved Aunty Edith Kanakaʻole of Hilo. This mele has traveled across generations, sung and danced in halau all over the world, but before it was ever a stage favorite, it was a love song, not just to a person, but to the living ocean itself. Uluwehi O Ke Kai means the lush, growing things of the sea. And in these words, Aunty Edith reminds us that every blade of Limu, every wave that sighs across the rocks, is alive, full of aloha, full of teaching. You can almost smell the salt in the air, hear the tiny bubbles rising from the Limu as the tide moves. That's the world Aunty Edith wrote about. She names līpoa and Limu Kohu, not just ingredients for poke, but plants with stories. The līpoa, with its strong, unforgettable fragrance, often grows on shallow reefs. When you touch it, it's smooth, almost silky, pahe'e, as we say. And the Limu Kohu, that deep red, feathery kind, it sways softly, like it's dancing just for the sea. The word Kohu means to be proper, fitting, pleasing. And that's exactly what this mele is, pleasing to the ear, pleasing to the spirit. For those learning the hula to this mele, think of it as a gentle conversation with the ocean. When you sing of līpoa, lift your hands as though tracing its fragrance to your nose. That motion of smelling carries memories. When the words speak of Limu Kohu, swaying in the current, let your wrists roll softly, the movement fluid, graceful, like the tide moving across the reef. And when you hear the phrase that describes the one hinu, the shiny sands, let your body glide, smooth, warm, alive. Aunty Edith's hula style from Hilo, that deep aiha'a stance, reminds us that this is not just a light surface dance. We dance from the knees, from the ʻāina itself, so the energy rises up through our body like the tide filling the bay. But this mele isn't only about seaweed. The deeper kaona, kind of the hidden meaning, speaks of love, desire, and connection. When Aunty Edith wrote of gathering limu, she was also speaking about the art of relationship, the patience of choosing, the respect of approach, the tenderness of touch. In old Hawaiʻi, courtship was often described through the imagery of gathering, picking flowers, weaving lei, collecting limu. Each action required skill, timing, and respect. Never rushing, never taking more than what was offered. So when we sing Uluwehi O Ke Kai, we are reminded that love, like the ocean, has its own rhythm. You can't force it, you must move with it. I always tell my keiki, before you dance this mele, go down to the shore. Watch the way the limu moves. Listen to the sea breathing against the rocks. That rhythm, that ha, is the same rhythm you bring into your body when you dance. The fragrance of līpoa is not just a smell, it's a memory of ancestors who once gathered in that same place. The smoothness of pahe'e reminds us to move through life with grace, even when the path is slippery. And the sight of Limu Kohu swaying reminds us of humility, to bend, to yield, and to stay beautiful even in strong currents. This mele was first recorded in 1979 on Aunty Edith's album Hi'ipoi I Ka ʻāina Aloha, just months before she passed away that same year. The album won the Nahoku Hanohano Award for Best Traditional Hawaiian Album the following year. This was a testament to her artistry and to the way she lifted ancestral knowledge into the modern world. Through her voice and this mele, you can hear the ocean itself, soft, strong, and full of knowing. She left us this mele as both lesson and legacy, to cherish the ʻāina, to speak its language, and to recognize that the living sea is our elder, our teacher, our love. When you come to the hāʻina, the closing verse, you'll hear the words pahe'e and lipalu, both describing that slippery, silky touch. This is where your hands should glide effortlessly, palms open, fingers soft. This isn't about sensuality for show. It's about sensuality as awareness, knowing texture, breath, and rhythm. This mele asks us to remember that aloha is not only spoken, it's felt through skin, through movement, through the meeting of wind and sea. There's also stewardship woven in here. Naming the limu is an act of kuleana, or responsibility. When we call something by name, we take responsibility for it. Aunty Edith reminds us that to love the sea is to care for it, to harvest mindfully, to protect its balance, to honor what feeds us. Every time this mele is danced, that responsibility is renewed. The hula floor becomes shoreline, and we, the dancers, become the gatherers, careful, loving, grateful. So when you dance Uluwehi O Ke Kai, do it with all your senses awake. Feel the wind on your skin. Smell the salt in the air. See the shimmer of the one hinu hinu beneath your feet. And above all, listen. Listen for Aunty Edith's laughter in the rhythm of the waves. She gave us a song that is both playful and profound, a celebration of life's beauty and its mystery. Through it, we learn that the ocean is not something outside of us. It's really a part of us. Its movement is our movement. Its fragrance, our memory. Its abundance, our aloha. So let your dance be a prayer, one of joy, gratitude, and deep respect. And when the final note fades, take a breath, look toward the sea, and whisper softly, Mahalo e ke kai. Thank you, O sea, for all that you give. Mahalo for joining me in this journey through Uluwehi O Ke Kai. May this mele remind you that the ocean's gifts are not to be gathered, but to be cherished, tended, and sung and danced for generations to come.